Hey guys, Grace here. Welcome to another video where I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I love to live in Switzerland. Now, the number one reason is the nature. Switzerland is such a beautiful country. I love seeing the mountains, the snow-capped mountains. I love seeing the lakes. I love driving through some rural parts, mountainous parts of Switzerland and seeing some spectacular waterfalls. It truly is just a beautiful country, especially if you love hiking. There's so much to see and do. Even though it's a small country, there's still so much to see and do. I've been here now for over 6 years and I still have not explored enough of Switzerland. There's still so much I want to see and do. So yeah, I think that's the number one reason why I love Switzerland. For me, it's just the nature. It's a beautiful country. Number 2, the second reason why I love to live in Switzerland is its strict immigration policy. Now that might sound strange to some of you all, me being an immigrant myself. I was born in the UK, London, and I've now moved to Switzerland. I've been here for 6 years. And I love the fact that it's not easy to just come and live in Switzerland compared to a country like London or UK. And I love that it's strict because I came from a country, i.e. the UK, where the immigration laws were very, very laxed. I mean, pretty much anyone could come in, lots of illegal immigrants coming in, and they had no desire to contribute to the system. They were there basically to get what they can, i.e. the free benefits, the free food, and so on and so on. And that has slowly led to the decline of the country, I have to be honest. And now there's lots of riots happening in the UK and it's just going a bit crazy right now. Many people think it's going to be civil war. And a part of the reason why is because there's been a last class of immigrants, illegal immigrants, a lot of them, that have come into the country. They've made London their home and they've had no desire to integrate. They have no desire, a lot of them, to learn the language. They're there for their own agenda, to divide and conquer and get what they can. And this is a fact. This is not a conspiracy theory. Maybe one day I'll do a video on this and go more deep into it. I don't really want to make this channel a political channel, but there's a lot happening. And I love the fact that before Switzerland would even consider you to move to Switzerland, to live here as a resident, you have to have lived in the country for 5 to 10 years, worked, you must not have taken no social credit, no criminal record, or so on and so on, before they would even consider you to be a resident. You also have to learn the language to a certain degree as well, so you have to pass a language exam. And before you could even get a Swiss passport, that takes place after 10 years. And again, similar rules apply, and then you have to do a test, an integration test. So it's pretty strict here, and I like that. Whereas compared to UK, it's not, and that's caused a lot of problems. And unfortunately, a lot of the Swiss, they get a lot of stick, a lot of negative press because of this. A lot of people think that they're racist or they're xenophobic and so on and so on. And there are some people that are like that, just like in every country, there's racists everywhere. But the majority of Swiss that I've met, that I know, I find to be some of the most kind, loving people who are very welcoming as long as you're willing to respect the culture, as long as you're willing to work. And in my video, Black in Switzerland, I think that's been my most popular video to date so far. A lot of you have commented, even a lot of Swiss people have commented and have said, the Swiss, the majority, are not racist. They're just protective over their culture, and they're very suspicious of foreigners, and they have every right to be, because unfortunately there are some foreigners who come to the West who have a different idea. They come to destroy and push their own culture, and they have no respect for other religions or the country that they're in. They're just there to take what they can. And the Swiss don't want that, and I respect that. And that's why they're very protective. And that's why they may come across a bit distant in the beginning. But once you get to know them, and I know a lot of Swiss people now, I live in Canton Schwyz. I find a lot of them to just be some of the most nice and kind people. And it's unfortunate they get this negative press of not being so social and so on and so on. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do another video on that because I have a lot to say. But I really, really like their immigration laws. And also, I think it's good. I mean, like in my last video, I spoke about how I passed my German exam, my B2 exam, and that's one step to me becoming more permanent in Switzerland. And having achieved that, to me, it's just more rewarding to work for something, to rather than just to be given something for free. Because if you're just given something for free, in most cases, you don't appreciate it. But when you have a goal and you work to something and you do things the right and honest way, it's more rewarding to you from a personal point of view. And that's something my parents always ingrained to me. Like my parents, they were immigrants to Great Britain from Nigeria, but they came in the right way and they worked. My dad is almost 80 and he's still working now. He's a pensioner, but he still works. And when they came to the country, they worked. They didn't take social credit. To them, that's a shame. My parents taught me that it's like embarrassing, like handouts. No, you work for what you want. You shouldn't be giving things for free because it makes you lazy. It makes you not appreciate things. So yeah, I like that, and I find the Swiss, a lot of them, to also be very hardworking as well. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love living in Switzerland. I love its strict immigration policy, and I understand why the Swiss do it that way. A lot of them don't want to wake up one day and their country looks like a totally different country. Their country looks like they've now been taken back to Afghanistan or something like that, because that's what's happened to a lot of places in England, in London. It looks beyond recognizable. It doesn't look like Britain. It's like a totally different nationality is taking over, speaking their own language. They don't really want to speak English, and they do it deliberately. They tell you they don't want to integrate. They believe their belief system is superior to that in England, and they're there to take over, not to integrate, but to take over. And they've said that, And maybe I'll do a video showing all of this because I know what's going on in my country. It troubles me a lot. And I know the Swiss don't want that to happen, and I fully respect that. And let me make it clear that I believe in freedom of choice. I believe in democracy. Everyone's free to believe whatever they want to believe, I don't judge anybody for what they believe. As long as you're a good person with a good heart, we will get on perfectly. What I think is very important is that you need to learn to respect other people's religions, other people's cultures. And if you're coming to someone else's country, you want to live in someone else's country, then you respect the culture, you respect their rules and regulations, you learn the language, you integrate. You don't come there to talk badly or to downplay that country. So a lot of people, they move to the West only to start slagging off the West, talking bad about the West. And if that's how you feel, then I just like, why are you here? Like, go to another country that fits your idea. But a lot of them, they hate the West. They hate the culture. They hate the Christian foundation of a lot of these Western countries, and they want to destroy it, And I know Switzerland is very protective over this, as they should do, and I respect that and I support it. And third and final reason why I love living in Switzerland is the work-life social balance it offers. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot more flexibility with a lot of the companies here in Switzerland. In England, I always had to work 5 days a week. It was very hard to find a good paying job where you can sort of work part-time. Here in Switzerland, it's quite common. At the moment, I work 80%, so just 4 days a week. I always have Fridays off. And that works really well for me. And even before, when I started working for this company, I only worked 3 days a week. I started off 60% because I wanted to take a break from strenuous work, because back then I was doing a lot of contracting and it was quite a lot of projects going on. So when I took the role with this company, I went for a 60% job role. So I was working 3 days a week. Now I work 4 days a week for the same company and it works really well. So I just like the flexibility, and the salaries in Switzerland are quite good. A lot of people do say that Switzerland's a very expensive country, and it is, especially if you're coming from another country, but if you live here, you work here, I find the salaries to be quite good. Yeah, I think I have a better work-life balance here than I did when I was in Great Britain. So that's another reason why I love Switzerland. I love the flexi work options. So that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to leave them below. If there's any particular topics you would like me to talk about, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I'll do my best to answer them and fulfill your requests. Anyway, take care and I hope you have a lovely day.